Here's Walker to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run again with Walker. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Buying time to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 4th down, Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, Winston. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really...
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Geno's going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 7, Winston steps away to his left. There's Chris Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston forced out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Here's Smith looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. First down, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. From the red zone now, Winston. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
They'll try and run it here. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Jameis now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. To the air again with Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session.
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Evades him at the 10. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Lux with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
From the 39, Smith on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Smith. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now Geno on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Penny, a 1st down carry, down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Now Winston on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Kamara is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Kamara trying again, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And they'll turn to Kamara.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On first down, Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On third down, Penny. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston rolling to his left.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Again, it's Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here?
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect protocol. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third and short yardage. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go with Kamara. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing it.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. On 1st down, it's Smith. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. His throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Winston.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
Touchdown, Saints. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Kamara.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They run it again with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Rush to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Rush.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Rush.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Back to throw, Rush.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Now Rush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Rush.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger time. Matthew.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First down, Saints.
We're scoreless after 1. First down, Winston. Dancing to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long for Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Fourth down, Winston. Escaping, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now it's the backup Prescott. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Inside give to Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Hooked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now, Prescott. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now Prescott on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. fake. Here's Prescott. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Steps away to his left.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down throw for Winston. Being chased out left. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll throw again. Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
from 17 yards out.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
To the air again, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
On first and 10, Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on second and 10, Winston. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Winston to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Final play of the half. Prescott. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Jameis now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down, Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. A black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a in the out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go make you. Liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, plus we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jameis going to look to throw right away.
Dancing to his left. And his first look is incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
A second down throw for Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. On second down, Gordon once more. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Winston now to throw on first down. Buying time to his left.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the 17, Winston. This will be caught at about the 3. Touchdown!
Michael Thomas hauling in the Jameis Winston throw. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They'll turn to Kamara.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. field goal. Lutz to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Up past the 30, second down coming up. Now a second down and 6.
Here's Winston. Steps away to his left.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. First down, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston now.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence because so far, it seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Fourth down, Winston. Now he's flushed out right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now Wilson running left on the option. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. It's Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they need.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Now Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Winston.
A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to him. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. There's Wilson to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able.
Now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A first down throw for Winston.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Complete to Washington. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
They'll try and run it in, but he will not get in. The defense stands tall, and they will hold on to their 1-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Winston steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Here's Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
They'll turn to Kamara, and he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Washington now brings this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Being chased out left. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Winston. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
He picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing now is Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do act.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He's got Hamler.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh we. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the boulder, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking